How do you provide feedback for people? Do you do it out of frustration, or you do it out of the real desire to make a better product or a better outcome? Having good quality feedback is vital for growth and to get great outcomes. I want to suggest you, when you're giving feedback in any sort of situation, to do it in a format that the other person understands. We all learn differently. And so sometimes you need to write it down, make it very clear, and keep it in maybe dot point form. A great way we used to use is to have a conversation with the person and then give them the document. A better way that I've found is using video, whereby you can literally sometimes film, if you're there actually in the same room, you can film them together so that you've both got a really clear understanding of what's going on, or at least video capture and send that if they're in a remote location. At Transformational Service, we use screen capture a lot to be able to give feedback on different products and services that we're doing. I would actually say to you, like a brief, when you actually give the first up brief, the feedback needs to be done when you have time. Don't rush it. Most importantly is when we're giving feedback is to get as much detail. The first level of feedback, that first time we feedback, is the most important one. It'll get most of your issues sorted straight away. If it goes on and on and on, we're only giving part of the message, that gets frustrating for everybody. So spend your time doing a brief, there's a previous video about that one, and then spend some good time giving the feedback at that first stage. Make sure before you're sending off that piece of feedback that you watch the video or you listen to the recording or you read it back so that it makes total sense. Because the reality is, if you're providing the feedback and you don't understand what you've just said, how is somebody else going to understand it? And I'll say this one to you. Be accountable. If you ask for something to be done, make sure you're accountable for what you're asking for. It's okay to admit that you've changed your mind. Because sometimes, if you're like me, I need to see it and I see a change before I actually see if it actually resonates with me or not. So sometimes you can give the feedback and you say, I would like the change made, and you might move one part from here to here, and you go, hang on a second, actually you look better over here. So that's when we actually start to go, be accountable for what you're doing, and also, as I've said in previous videos, trust the person you're actually feedbacking to. If you're giving a task, trust the person who's at the other end of that task. They've got some expertise to make it happen. Here at Transformational Services, we're about providing good quality services, and that relies upon you giving a good quality brief and quality feedback. We get that, and we have reduced friction, we have reduced frustration, better accountability, and overall, awesome outcomes. Look forward to chatting to you soon.